This is Charles, also known as Chuck Tralka. I'm an electrical engineer and the founder of ZeroQuest, where we focus on energy optimization for grocery stores and cold storage facilities. In the previous video, we talked about why refrigerated facilities are energy outliers, why grocery stores and cold storage facilities in particular consume more electricity more consistently than almost any other commercial building type. In this video, I want to explain how that constant refrigeration-driven load translates into unexpectedly high electric bills. In particular, I want to focus on one concept that drives a disproportionate share of cost for refrigerated facilities, and that's demand charges. To understand demand charges, it helps to first understand how most people think electric bills work. Most operators assume their bill is based mainly on energy usage over time, kilowatt hours consumed over the course of a month. But for many commercial and industrial customers, especially grocery stores and cold storage facilities, that's only part of the story. A large portion of the bill is driven by demand charges. Demand charges are not based on how much energy you use overall. They're based on how much power you draw at any one specific moment in time. More specifically, demand charges are typically calculated based on the single highest 15-minute average power draw during your entire monthly billing cycle. Not the average day, not the busiest hour, just a single 15-minute interval. And that one interval can quietly determine a large portion of the electric bill for the entire month. This billing structure is especially punishing for refrigerated facilities. Unlike office buildings or retail spaces with relatively predictable load patterns, refrigerated facilities rely on systems that cycle automatically based on temperature, pressure, and product load. Compressors stage on and off. Condenser fans ramp up and down. Defrost heaters activate on schedules that are often set years earlier and seldom revisited. Individually, each of these systems makes sense, but when several of them line up at the same time, even briefly, the result can be a sharp spike in electrical demand. What makes this even more challenging is when these spikes occur. In grocery stores and cold storage facilities, the highest demand event often doesn't even occur during normal business hours. In fact, it frequently happens late at night or in the early morning hours. This might be during an overnight defrost cycle, or it might be during a compressor staging transition, or it might be when multiple refrigeration systems recover simultaneously after a load change. From an operational standpoint, nothing feels wrong. The facility may be empty, staff may not even be on site, but that one short event, sometimes lasting only 15 minutes, can set the demand charge for the entire billing period. This is why demand charges in refrigerated facilities can represent 30, 40, even 50, 60, up to 70% of a total monthly electric bill. And it's also why these costs are so difficult to manage. Most utility bills do not clearly show when the peak occurred. They don't explain what equipment was running at the time. They simply report the result. So operators are left with higher than expected bills and no clear visibility into what caused them. The key insight here is this. In refrigerated facilities, demand charges are not driven by average behavior. They're driven by short duration, high impact events that are largely invisible without access to interval data. This is why traditional energy efficiency efforts focused only on average usage or equipment nameplate ratings often fail to address the real cost drivers on your electric bill. Until you can see exactly when and why these peaks occur, demand charges remain a hidden and uncontrolled expense. In the next video, I'll walk through the most common operational patterns that cause these overnight demand spikes in grocery stores and cold storage facilities, and which of these issues can be addressed without major capital upgrades. And that's exactly the kind of work that we do at ZeroQuest Energy. This has been Charles Tralka, known to my friends as Chuck, for ZeroQuest Energy.